Okay. It's been 3 months since I've uploaded a Deluge vid. What am I even doing? You guys have been going crazy. Why aren't you uploading any? And then I got a message like every single day, most likely, when are you gonna upload? And then I would say, I'm gonna upload today. And then I wouldn't upload because I'm such a jerk. So anyways, that's not what today's video. I'm really sorry for not uploading. So anyways, today's video is about the GMax update. I know I'm like a month late for this, but I couldn't upload back then because of two reasons. A, I couldn't use my PC to make thumbnails because it broke down, and B, my iPad just decided to run out of storage. So I couldn't record or make thumbnails, so that's why I didn't make any videos. So I finally managed to clear the storage, so here's your video. So anyways, in today's video, I am going to be telling you guys everything you need to know about the Deluge GMax update. So, as you can see, I've already got this GMax Charizard right here. Retro GMax Charizard, and I just did that, I guess, last night, I don't really remember. So I've got like 4 GMax Pokemon, and I can start another challenge in a while. So you might be confused, and a lot of new players still don't know how to GMax a Pokemon. And whenever you head onto the homepage, you can check the GMax update. So it came out on 23rd December 2020. So you can see GMax Challenge now lets you GMax evolve your Pokemon. You can start a new challenge once every 12 hours or immediately after you've abandoned one. So, to GMax a Pokemon, you can't just simply click on Evolve, unlike the Mega Pokemon. So, if I wanted to Mega Evolve, let's just say my Retro Venusaur, I could just click on Evolve, select Mega, and then click on Evolve. But I don't want a Retro Mega Venusaur, I just want a GMax one to complete my set. But I just can't click on GMax, no matter what I try, it just won't get selected. That's because I need to complete something that's called a GMax challenge. So, what the GMax challenge lets you do is you can use the GMax challenge to GMax your Pokemon. So, depending on the class of Pokemon that you use and your Pokemon's stats, you will need to pay a particular amount of money, and then you will also need to complete a particular number of battles. So, let's just suppose I wanted to GMax the Retro Venusaur. I would obviously not go to the challenge with this crappy team because this has no stats and just like have this team for fun. I don't even know why I have this team. So, I would obviously not go to the challenge with this team. I would use a strong team. And then once I go to the challenge with my strong team, it would tell me, since your team is strong and it's full of Chrome Class Pokemon, you gotta pay 135k. So depending on your classes and the stats, you gotta pay a particular amount of money. And then by money, I refer to coins, not real money. So finally, coins at least got some kind of use other than just buying balls and potions, which nobody even uses. So the second part is GMax Pokemon are non-tradable. So once you GMax a Pokemon, you cannot trade it. And this is because a lot of people, when the Mega Evolution update came out way back in 2013, what a lot of people did was they were too lazy to evolve. I don't know why, because all you just need to do to Mega is click on Evolve and just evolve it into whatever you want. But what a lot of people did is they got their Mega Evolved Pokemon from trades. So that's one reason why you can't trade GMax Pokemon, because you have to GMax them yourself, and then you didn't pay a ton of EXP or rare Pokemon in order to get it. And then the second reason is because people will know that you actually did it yourself. So that's also another reason why GMax Pokemon are non-tradable. And also, the reason you can only start one every 12 hours is to prevent people from spending way too much time on GMax challenges and then just playing and totally destroying themselves. So you can in other words, you can GMax 2 Pokemon in a day. So let's just suppose you wake up and then you do one challenge at around 7 a.m. and then you can do another one at 7 p.m. So that's what a lot of people do, like the top players, in order to get their decks completed faster. So the next part is to GMax a Pokemon, and to actually initiate the GMax challenge, you can either just click on evolve on what Pokemon you want to evolve into a GMax, and then you can either click on this button right here, you can see the GMax challenge right there, or you can open side menu, and then you can see the GMax challenge right here. So here's like some information about the GMax challenge. This is a series of battles you need to complete to Gigantamax evolve your Pokemon. And another thing that I forgot to mention is that your Pokemon must be level 100 if you want to Gmax it. So I just can't go into a random... I cannot start... I know a lot of you probably know Eevee has a Gigantamax evolution. But since my Eevee isn't at level 100, this won't be eligible for Gigantamax. It does have a Gigantamax evolution, but it won't be available for Gigantamaxing. That's because it's at level 2, and I have to get it to level 100 if I want to Gigantamax this Eevee. So that's one reason. So that's another thing that you've got to keep in mind. And let me just open this GMax challenge page. And then the next thing is, once you start the challenge, you cannot change the Pokemon in your team. You cannot change their attacks. And you can rearrange their attacks, or you can rearrange their position in the team, but changing an attack or changing a team member will not work. So you cannot do that, and if you do, you will have to change the attacks or the team member that you switched out back to the original team member or attack if you want to continue your challenge. So yeah, changing will actually not work. You cannot do that. It's not possible. So another thing that you should keep in mind while Gigantamaxing a Pokemon is a lot of new players, they tell me that the GMax challenge is really hard for them. That's because the GMax challenge battles are totally randomized. You do not know who you're going to get, what Pokemon they're going to have, what class of Pokemon they have, what stats their Pokemon have, so it's totally randomized. So having a strong team with a diverse moveset is really recommended. And you can't just go in with some random legendary team. Like, a lot of new players think, okay, I have a team full of legendaries, and I can just go ahead and do the battle. And then I could easily win because all of my Pokemon are legendaries. So that... I'm just going to say this, legendary Pokemon do have boosted attack and defense. But one thing, I'm not sure if it's boosted attack and defense. Yeah, it is attack and defense. So legendary Pokemon have attack and defense boost, even though they don't have these stats on them. So using them still won't work. That's because without plus speed, if let's just suppose you have a steel type legendary and then the opponent has a plus speed fire type Pokemon and your legendary Pokemon has no stats. So then, since plus speed Pokemon always attack before no stat Pokemon, you would totally get destroyed. So that's why I would always recommend you to use strong Pokemon. And then a lot of new players think strong Pokemon is equal to triple stat. And then they tell me, or they tell, and then they talk to themselves saying, I can't afford a triple stat. How can I actually complete this challenge? But you don't really necessarily have to use a triple stat just because they're strong. You can also use other options, like you can use a dark plus speed legendary if you've got one, because they're pretty common. And then you can also use dark non-legendary Pokemon. So using them with plus speed is a must. Whatever you have on the stats, like you can have defense along with plus speed, you can have attack along with plus speed, but having attack and defense is literally useless since you don't have plus speed. And also using no stats is also useless because you don't know what stats the opponent is going to have. So what I would recommend when you're going into a challenge is using a plus speed Pokemon. Now next is attacks. You can't just have the attacks your Pokemon came with, you've got to change them a bit so that they have a diverse moveset and that they can face mostly any Pokemon that they face in the challenge. So let's just suppose you have a Pokemon like this Pichu, and then you get to level 100 to use in the challenge. So there's two things right here. A, the moveset is useless. You cannot use them for anything. And then B, the level, it sucks. You can't use it. But still, level 2 Pokemon are still considered as level 100 Pokemon in battles. And three, this thing doesn't have any stats, so obviously this thing is going to be useless in the challenge. But let's just suppose I use this Charizard. It would work. Not because it's triple stat. A, it's got some good movesets. It's not too diverse, but it is pretty good. And then B, it has plus speed. Not with attack and defense. It just had, even if it had plus speed individually, it would still work. But it won't be as strong as this, but it still would be stronger than a no-stat Pokemon. So the main point here is if you want to GMax a Pokemon, you've got to have good stats and good Pokemon. So that's like basically all you need to know to GMax a Pokemon. And any information, if you need any more information on the GMax challenges, you can check the GMax challenge page, or I will also leave a link in the description to a thread posted by the game admin on the forums. So you can also check out that for more information on the GMax challenge. So anyways, that's it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll meet you in the next one.